Good morning, dear students, to your history class. Today we will learn Chapter 7, Non-Cooperation Movement Part 1. Today we have a very powerful and interesting lesson where you will see how the Indians followed the path of Satyagraha and non-cooperation in order to stop the atrocities done by the British on them, and then also to how they drove them out of India. You will see that in this lesson. This is all because of Mahatma Gandhi. Here you can see Mahatma Gandhi along with his followers and Sarojini Naidu, who are leading the revolution. And let's go in. Firstly, let us do an activity on social problems in society. There are a lot of problems in society. For example, there is antisocial behavior. You see some children who are always, you see them fighting or angry. You see them very arrogant. Why is it so? Then you see poverty in society. People are poor. In villages also, many places, even in the city, people are poor. Then you see drug abuse. People taking drugs, alcohol abuse, drinking and all. Then racial discrimination. What is racial discrimination? Is where you do not treat a person of other skin color as part of your group. Here you can see there's a black boy or Negro who is kept away from his peers, from his friends, because they are whites and he's a black. They are kept away. They have kept him away. This is called a racial discrimination. This is happening in many parts of the world. And lastly, we come to corruption. You see corruption happening in society. Now, how will you solve this problem? Tell me. Will you do it by speaking the truth, or through violence means, or fighting, or by protesting, or you'll do it by non-violence means, or by posting on media? How will you do it? Which are the means you will take to solve the social problems in society, children? Tell me. Okay, now let's see how Mahatma Gandhi responded to violence against Indians in this lesson. Okay, we shall now listen and see and watch what Mahatma Gandhi speaks about his philosophies on non-violence.
I do not think that I should apologize.
Truth is never illustrated through the use of violence. This is one of the guiding principles that sits at the core of the illuminated thinking created by the man known to the world as Mahatma, the great soul, moral and spiritual teacher, founding father of India. Against the violation of human rights, and even when provoked, he would refuse to denounce his aggressors, ever more convinced that non-violence is the only way to combat violence itself. On the basis of his traumatic experiences in South Africa, Gandhi developed the concept of Satyagraha, that literally means adhering unflinchingly to the truth. As Gandhi saw it, physical force is only used by weak people. Real strength resides in a person's capacity to express their ideals. On the 11th of September 1906, Gandhi publicly proclaimed his philosophy for the first time. Public support was virtually universal. One must never oppose arrest. One must never oppose the law. One must never respond to violence with violence. But one must strive to affirm vigorously the will of the people and uphold religious freedom.
So children, you have seen the philosophy is very good and great philosophies by our great Mahatma Gandhi. Now we shall see everything in the lesson. Today we shall be learning about the role of Mahatma Gandhi in South Africa. Gandhiji arrives in India. Philosophy of Satyagraha, Kheda Satyagraha, workers movement at Ahmedabad, and Satyagraha against Rollout Act. This is part 1 of the explanation of this lesson. Pay attention, students.
Dear children, I, Mrs. Dorothy Timothy, once again welcome you all to our history class. Today we shall begin with lesson 7, Non-Cooperation Movement. The Non-Cooperation Movement was the first mass-based all-India movement. Topics which we are going to cover today are Introduction, Role of Gandhiji in South Africa, Gandhiji arrives in India, Philosophy of Satyagraha, Champaran Satyagraha, Kheda Satyagraha, Workers' Movement of Ahmedabad, and Satyagraha against Rowlatt Act. Introduction of the lesson. In the Indian national movement, the period from 1920 to 1947 is known as Gandhian era. After the death of Lokmanya Tilak in 1920, Gandhiji took over the reins of India's freedom struggle. With the principles of truth and non-violence and Satyagraha, he gave new direction to the freedom movement. It became more comprehensive, and this led to the beginning of a new era in the freedom movement of India. Role of Gandhiji in South Africa. Mahatma Gandhi went to South Africa for some legal work in 1893. South Africa was a colony of the British. Many Indians had settled in South Africa for the purpose of trade and business. They were treated as criminals, and humiliating treatment was meted to them. In 1906, the government declared that it was compulsory for blacks to carry identity card. And so Gandhiji launched Satyagraha against this injustice and gained justice for the people. Gandhiji arrives in India. When Gandhiji returned to India on 9th January 1915, he was advised by Gopal Krishna Gokhale to tour the entire nation. The misery and poverty he witnessed made him sad. He vowed to serve the nation and stayed at the Sabarmati Ashram at Ahmedabad. Philosophy of Satyagraha. Gandhiji brought in a novel technique of Satyagraha in the popular movement. Satyagraha means insistence of truth. The main objective of Satyagraha is, through patience and Satyagraha, an unjust person is made aware of truth and justice and also bring transformation in his views. He followed a new technique of Satyagraha to gain justice. A Satyagrahi should never use violence and untruth means. This technique of Satyagraha was followed by Martin Luther King for the rights of the blacks in America and Nelson Mandela in South Africa. Champaran Satyagraha. Champaran Satyagraha was the first Satyagraha of Gandhiji in India. In Bihar, the farmers of Champaran region were forced to cultivate indigo. They received a fixed amount from the plantation owners. Gandhiji organized the farmers and launched Satyagraha against plantation owners. He was successful and the farmers were given justice. Now, Kheda Satyagraha. In spite of continuous famines in Kheda district of Gujarat, the farmers were forced to pay land tax. In 1919, Gandhiji led Satyagraha for scrapping of the tax. In a short period, the government suspended the tax. Workers' movement at Ahmedabad. During the First World War, the inflation was very high. The mill workers demanded for a rise in salary, which was refused by the mill owners. On Gandhiji's advice, the workers went on hunger strike, and due to this, the mill owners raised the salary of the workers. Satyagraha against Rowlatt Act. On 17th March 1919, a new law was passed on the recommendations of Sir Sidney Rowlatt, without considering the opposition of Indian members in Central Legislative Assembly. The Indians had helped the British in World War I, so they felt that after the war the decisions regarding the well-being of the Indians will be taken. The prices of the daily commodities increased during the First World War, and the burden of debt also increased. The Rowlatt Act was passed to check the growing discontent and suggest measures. It authorized the government to arrest any Indian and imprison him without trial or warrant. No appeal could be made against the punishment given under this act. It was condemned by Indians as Black Act. Gandhiji called upon the people to observe Hartal on 6th April to protest against the act, and Indians responded to this appeal on a large scale. Now girls, hope all of you have understood the first part of the lesson. Please read the lesson and do the assignment which will be given to you. Assignment. Question number 1. Answer the following questions. Which restrictions were put up on the blacks in South Africa according to the Declaration of 1906? Where did Gandhiji launch the first Satyagraha in India? Write short notes on Gandhiji's work in South Africa and Champaran Satyagraha. Thank you.
Okay, students, I hope you have understood this very interesting part of the different types of. Now, students, we will learn and see what our PM Narendra Modi speaking on violence and cruelty.
का संघर्ष बहुत लंबा है, बहुत व्यापक है, बहुत गहरा है, अनगिनत शहादतों से भरा हुआ है। पंजाब से जुड़ा एक और इतिहास है। 2019 में जलियांवाला बाग के उस भयावह घटना के भी 100 साल पूरे हो रहे हैं, जिसने पूरी मानवता को शर्मसार कर दिया था। 13 अप्रैल 1919 का वो काला दिन कौन भूल सकता है, जब पावर का दुरुपयोग करते हुए क्रूरता की सारी हदें पार कर निर्दोष, निहत्थे और मासूम लोगों पर गोलियां चलाई गई थी। इस घटना के 100 वर्ष पूरे होने वाले हैं। इसे हम कैसे स्मरण करें? हम सब इस पर सोच सकते हैं, लेकिन इस घटना ने जो अमर संदेश दिया उसे हम हमेशा याद रखें कि हिंसा और क्रूरता से कभी किसी समस्या का समाधान नहीं किया जा सकता। जीत हमेशा शांति और अहिंसा की होती है, त्याग और बलिदान की होती है।